Hello friends, I have another bins haul for us today, and similar to the last bins haul, it's kind of a half a bins haul I guess, because I did already take the Once Upon a Child stuff out and take it there this morning. However, this time I did pay for the Once Upon a Child stuff separately because I was just trying to gauge profit versus how much I spent, and I was aiming to double my money, which I will let you know in 1 second if I did or not. So let me start with that. I did want to thank someone. It did not say a name, but somebody bought me 3 coffees and put a really nice message. So I appreciate that. It's been a rough few days, but we are just keeping on. All right. So the stuff that I bought for Once Upon a Child was 37 pounds worth. I paid $75.66. I took it there this morning and they paid me $124.84 for 78 items. So my profit is $49.18, which I think is great. I did put a lot of heavier like jeans in there this time. I know they wanted jeans anyways. I might not be making a ton of profit off each pair of jeans, but they need them. I'm already at the bins. I'm happy to bring them some jeans, make a very small profit. They also gave me a $5 off coupon again for selling denim, which I did not buy anything today, but they have a coat and boot event this weekend, so I will probably go back and try to look for, well, some coats and boots for my boys, and then if I see anything worth flipping, I might grab another 1 or 2 with my various coupons that I have. So anyways, for that $49.18, just to give you guys an idea time-wise, because every time I make a post on Facebook, you know, people are like, how much time did that take you? And yes, if you are just going to the bins to do this, that would not be worth it, because I did stay at the bins yesterday for, you know, I think I got there 9:30 to 10 and I stayed till like 4 or so. So 6 hours. So for 6 hours, and then it took me about 35 to 40 minutes to put the bin together. It took me less than 1 episode of Pretty Little Liars last night. And then the drive to and from is about 15 minutes each way. So that's about 30 minutes. So I'm going to say I have an hour to an hour and a half of actual work time on the stuff. So that's the time I'm counting for the $49 that I made. But yeah, the people on the internet don't understand that, you know, I'm going to the bins anyways. So, but yeah, if you are going to the bins just to look for stuff, $49 for 6 hours plus another hour. And so that's definitely not worth it. That'd be making like $5 an hour. So anyways, because I'm already going to the bins to look for all my eBay inventory, I find this stuff in the meantime. I either pick it up or I don't. My time is no different either way. I'm already there. I can just pass by the stuff, not buy it, or I can buy it. So I bought it, and I think that $49 for the time that I did spend on it was well worth it. And again, it does bring me joy to save these items from the bins, bring them to somewhere that they are going to be reused. Lots of families get to benefit from this. So I am very happy with that. And yeah, like I said, I did bring a lot of heavier items. I even picked up some books this time, which I honestly don't think I'm profiting much of anything when I bring them books. But there's so many books in the bins that are perfectly good condition. Like, nobody's buying them. So I think I put 10 books in here. So I'm happy they bought them all. So yeah, 49 profit, but I do still have 10 items that they passed on. So again, that will make me some more money. And once I spend that $5 coupon on something to probably flip, I'll be able to probably make at least $20 or $30 profit on whatever I find with that. So again, I was already at Once Upon a Child, so like I'm already there. So yeah, when I find something else to flip, that will be another $20 to $30 to kind of add to my time. All right. Let me show you the passes. Honestly, I'm looking through these things wondering, you know, I can see maybe 1 or 2 why they didn't buy it, but the rest of them I'm like, I really don't know. So I'm probably going to try most of these ones again. So these 2 are both little Carters, 0 to 3 month like fleeces. Other than if they're just overstocked on that size, which they generally are, I don't know why they did not buy these. They're in very good condition. I don't see any flaws. And this is kind of what people are probably looking for right now. So I will try those again next week. These are also like 0 to 3 month. Well, this one's a newborn Carter's little flamingo sleeper. This is Juicy Couture. And this one I have not heard of. The brand is Snug, but just a little bubble romper. So I could technically probably just lot these up on eBay or something and ask like maybe like 10, 15 bucks for that. Like that'd be like $2 per item, $2 to $3. I just don't want to. So I'm going to try them one more time at Once Upon a Child, and then I'll decide if I want to do a quick lot or put them in a consignment sale in the future. You know, these tank ones kind of don't match with the seasonality of these, like long sleeves. So yeah, people probably don't need a tank one for 0 to 3 month if they also need a fleece one for 0 to 3 month, but yeah. I don't know if I said this. I did weigh this stuff that's left over. It's about 2.4 pounds. So this is about $5 that I spent on this stuff that they did not purchase. This is Carter's 3 month. This one I almost left at the bins because I was like, is it too much washwear? Like it's barely any, but also like I mentioned in the last video, I try to only pick up excellent condition when it's under 18 month, honestly. But yeah, so I'm guessing this is just the tiniest bit too much washwear. I was just hoping because it's long sleeve that they might need more bodysuits in a long sleeve right now, but I don't know. We'll probably try that one more time. This one, I honestly have no clue why they did not buy it. I'm like looking it over and I'm like, I don't see a single flaw. Like it looks honestly new without tag to me, but yeah, I might just throw it in the wash in case I'm missing something, but it's all in motion, like Target brand little boys vest. And I know they want and need this stuff right now, so I'm going to definitely try that once more. This, I just wasn't sure. A lot of times I'll just put toys in there, and they did not buy this one. I did bring them a bunch of Nerf guns this time. Like there was a ton of Nerf guns in the bins yesterday. A lot of Nerf guns are pretty heavy, so I was only picking up the like small lightweight ones, and they bought all of them. I think I brought 5 and they bought them all. So again, I don't know how much profit I made on those weight wise versus what they paid me, but they always buy them, so that means they probably sell them a lot and they want them. So all right, this one though, I thought it was really cute, but I noticed it's a little bit dirty on here, but it's like a little busy board for a toddler to play with in the car. So you can do like tie, buttons, snaps, buckles, Velcro, zippers. So if my kiddos were still this small, I would love for them to play with this in the car. But this one, I don't know that I could sell it for much on my own, so I'm going to probably just save this until another consignment sale. These, I honestly have no clue why they did not buy them. Land's End, almost perfect condition little sandals, so we will try those ones again next time. And this one, I do know, I kind of like knew that they weren't going to buy it. It has this tag similar to that Mickey Mouse one that I tried the other day. So I think that's why. It's just not like an actual normal brand, but this is my son's size, so I will just keep this one for him. So yeah, not too bad. I think that my time and the trip to Once Upon a Child was definitely worth it. All right, and then everything else was almost the same price. My 2 checkouts were like so similar. So yeah, all that stuff was $75.66 and all this stuff was $76.77 for what I'm going to show you. First up, I'm sure you can tell this is super like dirty, dusty, but it's still new. It's like a little cat bag, which I honestly been looking for one of these, and I almost bought one at a garage sale over this summer for like 15 bucks. It was also new, but I was like, 15 is more than I want to spend because it's not something, you know, we're going to use super often, but it's just something to have. Like when we went to our vacation in the summer and we had to drop our kitty off to a friend's house, the only thing we had was the box that they, like with the holes in it, that they gave me when we adopted him to begin with. So I did not feel good about that. He did not like being in there. Not that he would like being in here any better, but I feel like this one has a lot more vents and just we could easily kind of like put our hand in and pet him and stuff. So anyways, I'm going to just toss this in the wash and it should look perfectly fine. So next time we need to travel with Percy, he can come in here with us. But yeah, I knew I'd find one at the bins eventually. I did find a few North Face pieces. Well, actually, so this one, I don't know if I found any of them, maybe one. But everyone knows that I'm looking for North Face, so they're just giving it to me. Reese is just on the stairs there. Reese Bear, you wanna come down? You wanna come here? He might come in a minute. Anyways, so Ben's friend Rye, he had a cart of go backs and he was like, do you want to look through my stuff, you know, after he's all done with it? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And actually Brandy looked through it and then she saw the North Face and so she gave that to me. So I'm going to take that in for trade-in. Brandy also found this and gave it to me, just a North Face long sleeve shirt. I found this one, just some boys pants. Crystal gave me this one, some girls leggings. It's like, yes, I could probably take these to Once Upon a Child, but they would only probably sell them for $9 or $12. So I would probably only get 2 to 3. So, you know, some people saw me put North Face adult items in my Plato's bin and asked why I would do that. Because Plato's actually sells North Face for like $25 to $40. So they usually give me 30% so the cash amount on that is a lot closer than like $2. So something like this, I will take in for the 10 versus getting 2 to 3 cash. But if I can get 7 to 9 cash versus credit, I'd rather have that. So for the adult stuff, I usually would take it to one of the buy sell trades. I guess maybe I forgot to put one thing in the Once Upon a Child bin. So another one for next time. I think this was the last North Face, so just a beanie. So yeah, that's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Um, 2 pounds, 5.8 ounces. So $5 into, I'll get $50 for that stuff credit. So that's awesome. Yay. I think I will probably take a trip pretty soon. Last time I was in, they have a limit of 10 per transaction, but they were letting me do more than one transaction. So I don't know if that's the case everywhere or if some of the stores would cut you off at 10 and then you have to go back another day. But so far, mine has let me do multiple transactions each time I come. So even if I have more than 10, they should be good. All right. I also did find 2 Lululemon items for the trade-in. So like, honestly, yeah, I'm going to get 50 credit for those. And I know, again, credit is not cash, but since I spent like $76 on all of this stuff, that's 50. This will get me 10 at Lulu and this will get me 5. So we're almost back kind of to what I spent, even though it's not real money. So the reason I would sell these or trade these in versus sell them myself is they're just not in very good condition. In fact, this one I'm going to have to work on because Lululemon won't take it with these on it, but these are just like little paint. And I tried one time to bring them some leggings with like a paint stain and they passed. So I went home, used my goof off, got it off, gave them a wash, and you could not tell that it was there. So I'm going to do that for these. And yes, that's a little bit more work than I want to do, but I personally just want to buy something from Lululemon. Like in fall, I always feel like I need a whole closet refresh. So, and I don't like spending my own money on things for myself that I don't necessarily need. Like I do not need anything from Lululemon, but this is like a little bonus for my job that I get to take this kind of stuff and get something for myself for next to nothing out of pocket. And then yeah, these ones are they're just more worn than I would like to list on my own. So they do only pay $5 for shorts, but you know, these are 3.5 ounces. So yeah, $5. That's awesome. All right, I found some shoes. These ones are actually in very good condition. They're just very dirty on the bottom. So they are some On Clouds, women's 9. Look at how much dirt. So I do often say I don't clean shoes. Obviously I'm going to clean these ones. When I say I don't clean shoes, that's just based on like what they're worth, like my time and what they're worth. These ones, I mean, I guess I probably could sell them like this, but I don't really like loose dirt. So I do usually try to at least brush off some loose dirt. if these weren't on clouds, if these were just like some other sneakers that I could sell for only like 20 or 30 bucks, I probably would have left them. But honestly, these are probably going to sell for over 50. So I do think the work that it will take me to clean up the bottoms is definitely worth it. So yeah, I'll just spray that all off. And these, yeah, should do really, really well. So excited about those. These are just actually going to be for me. These are my favorite shoes in general, and mine are getting pretty worn down, although these kind of are too. I wouldn't say these are worn down, they just have like paint on them. So I'm gonna throw them in the washing machine and then try to maybe, yeah, do some goof off or something on the paint. But to have another pair of Olakai sandals for less than $2 is amazing. Retail on these is crazy for just some flip-flops, so very happy. Got a pair of towels. So these should probably be around $30 flip, I would think. So they're in pretty good condition. These ones are some Born sandals. These ones do have like the toe marks, the foot marks in the footbeds, but otherwise, you know, the bottoms are still really good. These are a cute style, so I do think I should be able to at least get about 20 bucks for those. These ones I debated passing on just because they are a little bit more worn than I would like, but Adidas soccer cleats, at least some of them do really well. The comps on these seemed pretty good, and there doesn't seem to be a lot available, so that's kind of why I decided to grab them. I think I might be able to get like 50 bucks for these, so that would be cool. These are Clarks. I just really liked the colors. Like purple and teal are kind of two of my favorite colors, so I did grab those. These are a women's, I don't know what size they are. Oh, they're an 8, so I think I can probably get around 20 bucks for those. Got some men's Reef flip-flops. These ones I will just throw in the washing machine and they should come up really clean. And then I think I can get at least 20 bucks for those. And then these were, when I first got to the bins, there was no new rotations happening, so I was just peeking through old stuff. And these Zero Barefoot shoes were just buried under all the other shoes, and these are actually in very, very good condition. They just need a lint roll on the top, but yeah, I was really happy to find those. So these are women's 9. So I think these should be at least 30 bucks too. So pretty good shoe finds, not a ton. There was a lot of shoes, I just was trying to be a little bit particular. I'm trying to think. I'll just put stuff over here. This is Tommy Hilfiger, new at tag. Crystal gave me this. Thank you, Crystal. So yeah, if this wasn't new at tag, this is not something I would pick up, but I do love new at tag. It's just a basic blouse, but I could probably pull 20 bucks out of that. I might try this on, but otherwise J. Jill sells pretty decently for me. It's just a cotton floral button-down shirt. I could probably get close to 20 bucks on that. This is just like a swim cover-up from Princess Cruises. I did not look up a comp, but it looks like new without tag, so I figured it was probably worth something. I've sold other cruise line things, and they've all sold pretty well, so yeah, I'm excited to try that one. And speaking of swim, I had not heard of this one, so I found this, and then my friend Crystal also found, I think, 2 or 3 pieces of it. So Coolabar, sun protection you wear. So anyways, I did look up a comp, and I think this might go for like 25 to 30, which is not too bad. This is so lightweight, and it's in very good condition, so I'm excited to try out a new brand. This is a Talbot's pencil skirt, not new with tag, very good condition, size 14, so that's probably 15 to 20. Crystal gave me this. I don't know the brand, but it was new at tag. Lumiere. I don't know. This one I might try at the Buy Sell Trade stores first, see if they will buy that from me. Alright, you guys know I love Chico's. This is Chico's Traveler's skirt, velvet pull-on. This will probably go for around 20 bucks. Got an outdoor research. This is a wool, boiled wool hat. This should go for 15 to 20. Another Chico's. These are the pull-on wide leg capri pants. Thought those were cute. So hopefully at least 20 bucks out of those. This I got because it reminded me of like what I would wear in high school. So kind of like Y2K style Hollister, just like an old school flannel. I honestly think if I can keyword this more than just Hollister flannel, if I use keywords like Y2K, 90s style, things like that, I think that I could probably get in the $20 range for this one. This is so lightweight. I just grabbed it mostly because of that. I feel like I've sold a couple things from this brand, Earthbound Trading Co. But yeah, I don't know. This though, I bet the Buy-Sell Trades would buy this. Like this seems like an Uptown thing, not a Plato's. I feel like this would be too mature for a Plato's thing, but I might try this at Uptown. Just because like on eBay, I might get 15 to 20, but probably not very quickly. This one's Calvin Klein. Nice red dress. It's new at tag, although it says re-ticket tag, so someone probably returned it. So it's probably at least been tried on. I did not notice any flaws though, and I thought it was great for the upcoming holiday season, so hopefully somebody wants that. This is some Eddie Bauer Travix. Or not Travix, First Descent. I don't know if Travix is different. Anyways, First Descent. The Eddie Bauer First Descent line does pretty well. So I think these would be 15 to 20. This I just bought because it was new. It's just, oh, I'm seeing something on the collar. Womp womp. Thankfully it's super lightweight. It's Christopher and Banks. It has like little flip-flop print. It's Pima cotton, so it's really soft tank. But yeah, there's just like a, I don't know, I might be able to do a shout wipe on it. I'm going to probably still list it either way, but now just kind of to get my money back. I was thinking I could probably get 15 bucks out of it before I saw that. This one is a kid's item I did decide to keep and sell my own. And actually somebody on my Facebook post yesterday asked if I found any Matilda Jane or Bowden, and this is the only Bowden piece I found. It's baby Bowden, 3 to 4 year corduroy overalls. And I showed it to her and she said, can I buy it from you? So I'm going to probably try to list these up today and then send her the link and maybe she'll buy them. These used to sell for so much money when I would do Kitizen like years ago. Like $30 to $40 pretty easily, quickly. I don't know anymore if that's what they're going to go for, but I want to say like off the top of my head, I'm thinking I'm going to list these around like $29 plus shipping. So I will get into comps once I go to list them, but yeah, I thought these ones were going to be worth listing on my own. This is Loft, but I just thought the print was so cute and it's in very good condition. So I like novelty print things. I think I can pull 15 to 20 out of that. Same with this one. It's Land's End. Super soft polo shirt, but it has like bird print on it. So I think I can pull around 20 bucks out of that. Crystal gave me these Old Navy pull-on shorts, high rise, flowy shorts, so probably 15 or so. I sell these all the time, per Lazumi bike shorts for 15 to 20 bucks, so excited about those. This was a really good find. I normally don't like listing like long items, dresses, overalls, things like that, but there are exceptions that I'll do it for. Obviously, I love selling anything Ariat to begin with, but a pair of overalls, like work, double knee, I think I was seeing comps around 60 bucks on these, so I think that was worth it. And yes, something like this is kind of heavy, but not as heavy as you would think. 2 pounds, 8 ounces. So what's that? $5? $5 into 60. That's great. I just bought this because I feel like Winnie the Pooh stuff does pretty well. Just like a women's fleece. Hoping for over 20 on that one. This is just a little Oshkosh hat that I will put in a future consignment sale. This one I already showed on Instagram and Facebook, but it's a Scotty vest. So if you guys don't know Scotty vest, that is a huge bolo. I did check sell through. I did not specify when I was looking, but when I just typed Scotty Vest and looked at listed versus sold, it was right around 100% sell through. If you narrow it down, like obviously certain pieces, I have a pair of men's shorts that have been listed a while and haven't sold, but something like this is going to sell really quickly. So, yeah. Anyways, I do need to wash it. It has a stain here, but comps were 80 to 100, and there's like none listed. It also seems like a collaboration with Brad Thor, which I did look that up, and somebody else already commented on my post about it, but I already forgot. So anyways, I'm gonna wash that quickly, get it listed, because I think that should sell really fast, around $100. Brandy gave me this. It is a new tag Catherine's plus size bathing suit. Retails $100. Hopefully I can get, I don't know, 40 to 50% of that, 40 to 50 bucks maybe. So we'll see. Even like 30 would be cool. This is Columbia camo jacket. It is the interchange though, which means like it has the fleece lining, but it doesn't currently have the fleece lining. So this is just the shell. I'm going to try this at Plato's and Uptown. They have bought just the shell from me before. They've also bought just the fleeces from me before. So I'm going to hope they buy that. It would still sell on eBay, but I would rather just get it gone pretty quick. So this is a style-based pickup. And the brand is, so this is definitely like a Y2K style thing. Anxiety. So honestly, I think this is going to sell for around 25 bucks, which I know seems crazy, but we will see. I'm actually kind of excited to try it. This is not normally something I would pick up. You know, I feel like if I had a Depop, this would probably sell really quickly, but I don't. So I'm gonna just put it on eBay with some keywords and hope for the best. I don't know this brand, but I saw Gore-Tex and it felt like a wool hat, so I looked at it. It is mostly wool. The brand was Gottman, so I don't really know anything about that, but I do think that this hat will sell for over 20 bucks, so grabbed that. Brandy gave me this, and I'm going to see if Chris wants it. It's just a Polo Ralph Lauren full zip hoodie. If not, this should sell really well for $30 to $40 on eBay. Rye gave me this, and it's new at tag, but it does have a couple stains on it. But it is Champion, Colorado Christian University pullover. I don't know, like obviously I didn't go here, but like I do like oversized crew necks, so I might even try this on and keep it. I have a couple others anyways, so I don't mind the stains. Like this would just be something I would wear for a day at the bins anyways. Brandy gave me these. They're just some J. Crew Driggs pants, like a chino. So those should go for over 20, I would think. If you follow me on Insta, you guys already saw these, but these are definitely going to sell for at least $100 for the set. So it's Ralph Lauren. Always be on the lookout for Ralph Lauren home goods, used, new, any. These are vintage, and I guess their denim stuff does pretty well. But yeah, they're just 2 king-size pillow shams. And even though they're used, the comps are crazy. The sell-through's great. Yeah, so they should sell for. I mean, I was seeing like a 2 set for like 120-ish. So I actually found one. And then my friend Crystal said, I think I saw one. She's like, I'm gonna go back and look for it for you. And she found it for me. And then I told her how much comps were. And I was like, you don't need to give it to me. And she gave it to me. So as soon as these sell, I'm taking Crystal to lunch. So thank you, friend. And last thing was also a very cool find. This, I don't know if it's vintage, but it's a Woolrich blanket. And it was actually new sealed in plastic, but I had to open the plastic because this was not visible at all. Like it was rolled up like a, like a blanket might be. And so I honestly, at first I couldn't really tell. Like I loved the print from inside the plastic, but I thought maybe it was just like a Shein blanket or something. So yeah, once I opened it up and I saw that it was Woolrich, it's made in the USA. It is mostly wool. 97% wool, 3% nylon. this should sell really, really well. Although Chris loves these types of things, so I'm gonna have to see if he wants to keep it or if I can sell it. But I am so excited that I found these. Again, linens at our bins are 49 cents a pound. So this and the pillowcases came out to $1.96 total. And yeah, 100. And then I did not look up a comp, but this would probably be close to a $100 sale as well if I sold it. So like $2 into $200, like I think it was a pretty good bin stay, even though I stayed there 6 hours. So yeah, I'm already in the profit, almost $50 on the Once Upon a Child stuff. All of this stuff, you know, it's not a ton, but there's some really good things in there. And I was talking to my friend Crystal as we were just like waiting on rotations, and like sometimes when you're there, like I was already there for a few hours and I only had a handful of things to sell myself in my cart. But then when I really thought about it, the few things I had to sell in my cart were pretty good flips. So like if you're thinking about hour wise versus like what I'm going to sell it for, even just the handful of things still would have been worth my time. So anyways, that's how I try to look at reselling in general. A lot of times people will comment, how are you making any money with these $12 sales? Which obviously not all of my sales are $12. My average sale price is actually right about $31 right now. So, because when I'm paying next to nothing for them, $31 average sale price, 15 sales a day, like it definitely adds up. And I look at it more. I don't think about those on clouds are going to sell for 50 and that shirt is going to sell for 20 or 15. Like I just look at it as how much time did I spend today working and how much money did I make today. And I always make enough money for my hours spent, and I feel like my hourly pay is pretty good for what I do. So anyways, thanks for letting me ramble. I don't know what the next video will be. I'm going to get to work on this stuff right now because I'm excited about a lot of it and want to get it listed. So I will catch up with you guys soon. Hope you have a great weekend. Bye, friends.